Hi there, welcome to Reflexive Moon Tarot. I'm Sarah, and I will be hosting this reading for you for the full moon happening in Gemini for sidereal followers and Cancer for tropical followers. So we are randomly selecting using this Moonology Oracle deck. We'll see who gets picked next. We have Libra. So, the full moon in Libra, not in Libra, the full moon for Libras. So the full moon in Gemini, according to this deck, speaks to avoiding superficial behavior, laughing off situations without letting them get the best of you, so moving on from them. And there may be some job prospects that have that may be of good value to you, so apply for them. And what else? There could be someone trying to flirt with you, so pay attention. Have an important conversation with a person, but stay calm. So the Gemini moon is challenging you to keep your emotions in check, which I feel like as an air mind-driven sign, like having emotional intelligence is one of your fortes, Libra. So yeah, let's get into your reading, your actual reading. What did I do with that deck? Here it is. Triomphe della Luna, Deviant Moon. Oh, we got a flipper here. The Three of Swords, reversed. So no true heartache is really dominating your realm at this time. You may have something, like you may know what heartache is. You could be making a mount. This card could be indicating that you're making a mountain out of a molehill. But either way, it speaks to no true, you're not experiencing any, any sort of debilitating grief or sorrow or heartache at this time. So count your blessings, because there's a lot of folks that are having a hard time right now. Not that I think that it's healthy to compare yourself to others in terms of how well you should feel based on worse situations that you could be in. If you are having any issues with, say, for example, like seasonal affective disorder, just acknowledge the fact that like your body is probably not getting really what it needs, which could be the reason why you are not feeling so great. But thankfully, you're not dealing with any real super stressful or grief-striking types of situations. Let's see what's crossing that. We have the Hanged One reversed. Cancer just got this, actually. So changing the way that you see things. Sometimes that's an attitude of gratitude. Sometimes that is just focusing your energy on things that can brighten or uplift your day. I don't know what team sports comes to mind. I mean, I am wearing a basketball shirt. Go Raptors. But like just changing your mindset is very like, how can you be a better team player by way of changing your mindset? Are you not acknowledging your team? Are you feeling alone? That is an indicator that you are feeling alone and that you need to be acknowledged. You need to be connecting, and maybe that's something that you already have plans to do. So like, just gotta either like wait for those plans to happen or to actually make some plans to connect with others. We have the Knight of Coins, and it's upright, overlooking your situation. You are you're quite the force to be reckoned with. Like, the Knight of Coins is like a rock, the rock that guards the home front. So not easy to move, very slow, like sometimes depicted as lazy. They require a lot of enticing or motivation from external sources. As you can see, this knight is being led to wake up by a coin on a string. So, you know, you just maybe need to wake up a little bit more. And, you know, if you're in the northern hemisphere, then that can be more challenging, right? Given the darkness of the cold, damp weather. What do we got here? Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups reversed. So there could be something that you are emotionally not letting go of. Sometimes the Eight of Cups often speaks to the need to cut your losses and move on to greener pastures. You might not be doing that. That could be part of the reason why you're drowning in your sorrows a little bit. Also, you just maybe need to let those feelings go. You could just be attached. This could be historically a hard time for you. You may want to look back at how far you've come along um, in the past year. How different things might be for you. How much more improved they are for you. It's hard. Like, I mean, pandemically speaking, getting our minds out of this rut has been a huge challenge for a lot of people. So you're not alone. We have the Seven of Cups. Decision making has been difficult for you in your recent past. Focusing on all of the opportunities that you have available to you. Focusing on one of them in order to begin the line of receiving all of these things has been something that you've been faced with. So I guess that would also look like overcoming any issues with indecisiveness as well. The Ten of Swords. So mentally speaking, this period of indecisiveness is about to come to an end. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't look great. Like, it's not hot. It's quite, it almost looks quite like morbid, right? Like, imagine being that magician that epically failed the sword challenge, right? That's okay. It just means that you get to move on into a new frame of mind, having learned from all of your past mistakes. We have the Empress reversed. So ideas that you have may not be the best ones to go with. Also, being grounded is something that you should probably focus on. And then also getting honest with yourself about overindulgences, guilty pleasures. This card is ruled by Venus. So Venus in reverse just sort of speaks to, it's kind of related. I feel like it's similar to, say, that devilish type of energy of overconsumption, of just being caught up in a cycle of feel good. And not everything feels good. So sometimes you just sort of have to get honest about that. And you may actually compulsively be, like, you may get your dopamine effect from not feeling good. So that's something to consider. Change your attitude to gratitude. All right. The Seven of Swords. So other people, I mean, it's always the case, isn't it? Other people are trying to talk shit about you. Neighbors, yeah. Neighbors, family. You could also even be caught up. They might see you as being the type of person that gets caught up in that shit. Like, what is your responsibility in that type of activity? How are you implicated in slander? Do you talk shit about other people? And it's not even like, you may not think that you're talking shit about other people, Libra. You may actually just be talking about other people that you have no business talking about, period. What is the nature and dynamics of your conversation style? Do you like to talk about people and what they're doing? Why? Why? Why do you need to do that? Is it necessary? Do you feel that it's necessary? Is it working for you? How is that working for you? What does it do for you? Do you like figure it out? Even ask somebody. Talk to somebody about it. You never know. You may, you know, that reversed hang one may like just turn upright at the drop of a dime, hearing a different type of perspective on what slander is, hearsay, just the fact of having someone else's name in your mouth. We have the Two of Wands reversed. Direction and confidence in your sense of direction and where you're headed is something that you might be afraid of the direction that you're headed in. You might also be feeling kind of overwhelmed. You may really hope to regain a sense of direction as well that you've lost. And you also may fear that you are headed in the wrong direction. That shit's going to go down on some level. That's going to ruin you or make you feel like there's no point anymore in having any new creative projects. And that's ridiculous. Like, old people have hobbies. Like, if you're a young person, just know that in life, there's things that we can do until life is done. Life is life, right? So let's not be ageist against ourselves or others for that matter. We have the Six of Cups, and it is reversed. So a sense of nostalgia that you've sought out recently, perhaps, is not going to be satisfied. And that doesn't mean that it's fixed. It just means that you have to fulfill, like, you just have to satisfy that need for kindred spirits on a different level. You know, you may be entering into a new stage of life, or maybe because of pandemic things, like you have to find a new circle of friends, a new and different ways to express yourself and to connect with people that are like-minded. So sometimes that means changing how you are, like conforming to how other people are. That doesn't, I don't like to dish out that as advice, but if this change in perspective is not happening for you, what can you do to sort of reconnect in a way that is authentic and meaningful as opposed to superficial? Because that is what this Gemini moon is trying to help us figure out, is what the fuck is real and what isn't, right? In terms of self-love, when you think of the lovers and that self-love card, the balancing of masculine and feminine energy, of the toxic traits that are associated with those, toxic positivity, toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, just period, being good to you and accepting all the things that are good about you and adjusting all the things that aren't working for you, that are keeping toxic cycles moving. So until you do that, there's going to be a barrier to the people that you love and connect and want to connect with. Either that, or you need to start finding new people that you can connect with on the same level. So what's important to you? What are you holding on to? What type of beliefs are you attached to? What type of compulsive behaviors are you attached to? Right? This is not just substances that the devil speaks of being attached to. This is ways of knowing, ways of thinking, ways of doing, right? Talk. The shit that comes out of your mouth. All right. That sounds kind of mean, but I didn't mean for it to be mean. I'm sorry. I really wish you all the best in this endeavor, Libra. Oh my gosh. No hard feelings. Look at this, 3 of Wands. So this output, whatever you put out there that really is all about getting these things in order, you're going to have some turnaround. You're going to see some turnaround. So give it some time. Let's say next couple of moons. Check it out and reassess the situation. So with that, we'll leave it there and catch you next time. Take care. If you're interested in personal readings, you might be able to catch me on Twitch for a free one, or you can direct message me on Instagram, email, and set up an appointment. Take care, and bye for now.